Hello, so at this point you should have downloaded Link for Windows, installed it, have it running, and you should have the Blue Giga Smart Dongle installed with the correct drivers. So if you have not done either one of those yet, go back to part 1 or part 2 of these video sequences to see how to do that. At this point, I'm going to show you how to connect your SpeedCoach GPS 2 to Link for Windows. Right now you'll see demo SpeedCoach A coming up and down. That's someone else in the building. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my GPS 2. And it'll say searching for SpeedCoaches. Now I won't find this one in particular until I go into data link mode. So on your GPS 2, you are going to hit the far right button after it comes on, and that'll take you to the main menu. Go down twice until you see data link, and we're going to hit the far right button to put our GPS 2 into data link mode. Now we should see what our SpeedCoach appear on the screen. After it finds it, you're going to see it say SpeedCoach and then the serial number. I know this one is mine because it matches the serial number on the back. As soon as I click on it, you'll notice that I have been prompted that my firmware does not allow download of session data or renaming it. So I need to update this device in order to get this new firmware on here in order so I could upload data. After you upload data, you won't need this anymore, and just as a warning, once you do this update, you will lose any session data on your SpeedCoach prior to it uploading. So whatever's on your GPS 2 now, unfortunately will not be able to be uploaded. But from this point on, you'll be able to upload everything on your GPS. So if you have stuff on your GPS, stop now, write down all the data that you want to keep off the GPS, and then come back to this part. Alright, so it says, please see the link help menu for information on updating your device. That is the key. We want to go to the link help menu, and this will not typically come up. First, we'll have to go to the link help menu, and we're going to go to how to update your SpeedCoach. Now, we want to get the firmware files onto our computer so that we could then use the app to put them onto the GPS 2. In order to get the firmware files onto our computer, we have to click this link. It's going to be a exe file, and this is how it appears in Internet Explorer. It's going to be a SpeedCoach exe file, and the name when it comes up, wait, let's go back. It's SpeedCoach GPS Firmware Installer.exe. So we're going to run this, and it could harm our computer, they say, because it's not commonly downloaded. Let's skip that. We're going to run it anyway, and you'll see again it's going to be the GPS firmware update setup wizard. Just click next and do install. You won't see anything really happen too much. We're just going to finish this out, close, and go back to here where we're saying when the firmware installer went open, we clicked OK, we unpacked it, good. We did step 2 with that Windows Explorer install. And now on the Link app, we're going to click Manage and check for updates. I think we're going to change this to not check for updates. This will say something different like update firmware. So let's check for updates. Oh, we downloaded, so now Link has found this new firmware. And please note, it's going to erase all our session data on the SpeedCoach, so nothing on here is going to be able to get uploaded. But after this, any sessions will be. So we do want to update. Let's do the update. Now on both the application and on your SpeedCoach, you should see the bars start to progress. On the SpeedCoach GPS, it'll say downloading firmware. On the application, it says updating SpeedCoach firmware. So we're just going to let this run, and I'm going to pause in a second, but please listen to this before. When the update is done, you need to wait until the SpeedCoach GPS 2 reboots fully. So it'll turn off, it'll be off for 30 seconds, maybe a little more. Wait until the GPS turns back on, and then everything is good. I'll pause this until we're further along to save some time. Okay, so we're getting close to the end. Again, once this finishes, the GPS 2 is going to turn off, and you just want to wait until the GPS 2, right now it just turned off on me, so it's even before this finished. Now this is gone. Not going to do anything, we're just going to let it sit. We're going to make sure the GPS comes back on. And like I said, it's going to take 30 seconds, so be patient with this step here, because we don't really do anything while it's rebooting itself, because it's making sure the firmware is correct, doing its internal checks and everything. And here it just came back on. I see I now have a new version number. I have the latest on here. And if I now go to the data link mode, oh, here we go, I found it. And you see it said no new sessions is synced, which means good. I actually can download data now. And you notice I wasn't notified of a new firmware update. So the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to change the name of this guy. So if we go to manage, we can now change this to whatever we want to name it, just to give it a better name. And then this will say rename instead of update. And now we see it's renamed, and we hit OK. That concludes everything with updating the firmware. I'll move on to showing a more overview of saving sessions data in the next video.